welcome back to today's episode. I was away for 2 weeks, as I said already. I was finishing my book. It's not done yet. Right now I'm working on a chapter about the polar reversal because I want to give you a timeline or all the events, how they will unfold. However, my hope is to turn that into a movie at some point and release that. And I will need some people to help me with that because I am not a big. I am working on this on my own. So I may need someone who has the know-how to make the videos, edit the videos, write a script, and all the technical stuff. So I will be asking you at some point, if you know someone that wants to work on this project, just give me a shout, then we can work on that. So today's video is divided into few sections, and I want to address the negative stuff on the beginning, and then the good stuff is on the end. All right, so let's get to it.
Good morning, folks. Now things are getting more interesting. The solar flares are kicking back in strongly. We had a geomagnetic storm overnight, and it's likely more is on the way. This happens during discovered dropouts, but you can still see that one of the CMEs we expected did strike our planet yesterday. It caused the geomagnetic unrest you see at the bottom, including the red bar bottom right, a low-level geomagnetic storm that is having minor reverberations this morning. But of course there is more coming, including what happened on the sun just this morning. The bright flash you see is an M-class solar flare erupting from the southern active region. The CME we saw leaving the sun yesterday is also on its way to the planet. The Enlil spirals last night here are for the previous CME, and so we've got at least a 1-2 punch coming when you include this morning's eruption.
Of course, you all recognized that was voice of Ben from Suspicious Observer. You also are aware that the situation in Afghanistan, so the flares are related to that. All that energy that is heading towards the Earth is to accommodate that situation. You already know that from my previous video that anytime something like that is happening somewhere in the world, then we need energy to accommodate whatever is happening at that very moment. Here you can see a screenshot of from his Facebook page where someone is driving around with the sign, "It's not you, it's not you, it's the sun." Well, Ben is correct about many things, about how the sun delivers all the necessary elements for our life to function. However, he didn't make the connection yet that we, the humans, we are the ones that are in control of what is happening on the sun. It's not this. We are not on the mercy on the sun. The sun does what we need. Since we are already talking about Ben and Suspicious Observers, I want to share my thoughts about this feud going on between NASA and Ben. To me, this is very childish. Yes, NASA is not perfect. NASA does not do or follow any guidelines that are coming from the public. They have their own agenda, they have their own mission, and they are following their own rules. I am in part on the side for a Ben because many of their scientific information they are posting is not correct, but they have a panel of scientists on the board, and that's their job, not Ben's, not someone from the outside. They know that, and they are exploiting the situation because they understand that Ben is going to be reacting, and that's what happened. To me, the scientists at NASA, they are cowards because knowing what is happening, they should be doing lots of noise a long time ago, not just using someone from the outside. Now, if it comes to Karen, she's just a blog posting person, and she has directives given to her what she needs to do, and she doesn't have to respond at all to whatever request Ben has for her. I hope he understands that. And since whatever you are focused on, that what is going to be showing in your path. His feud didn't stop there. Right now, I believe he is posting something like this to engage further in confrontation. This is not going to end well, because whatever you are engaging in, that's what you are attracting to yourself. And if I was in his position, I would focus only on research, experiments, or stuff that has something to do with the science. Focus on people that are searching for the information that he's providing, because after all, he's really good at what he's doing, and that should be his main focus. But then again, I am not Ben. I cannot tell him what to do. To me, please make sure you understand that I am giving you this example, how something like this can turn into something very ugly, because I am suspecting that this is not over and may affect both sides, NASA and him. Let's talk right now about something else, because people currently, either they are viciously, I would say, watching the news, looking for scary situations and scary stuff that is going on with Afghanistan, with COVID, with shutdowns, with everything that has to do with the weather, with the earthquakes, and all the other stuff. Other group of people, they are seeking so-called spirituality. There are people that are exploiting this to their advantage. In other words, they know that there is great need for that, and they are providing what people are looking for, and they are providing stuff that is very appealing to the audience, and in the process they are raking a lot of money. Now, I cannot and will not say if what he's presenting is correct or not. This is up to you, the viewer. Your understanding of this world is up to you, not up to me. But I just want you to be aware that, strangely enough, he's teaching Americans how to live, how to wear dresses, how to drink water, and so on. But somehow the country that has double the number of citizens than US, India, probably could use his help better. Perhaps he would be more fit to be over there. He doesn't shy from scare tactics as well. This is something that I don't like. His message, or if I was in his position, would be as much positive as possible, even if it is something in our faces very negative, because if something is negative or positive, it's up to us, the person, not up to the event that is unfolding in front of us. So in his mind, by 2050, something is going to happen very nasty. He won't be here by 2050, but that's a different story. Now, one more thing is here, this whole spirituality, the elements that he's presenting to you, to the viewer, to the reader. For me, I have my own opinion. I do my own research. I do ask questions. I have my own view on this world. And I don't want you to be sucked into someone else's ideology, either it's his or mine or any other guy who is a yogi or guru or some prophet. Stay calm and analyze everything with your own mind. That's the best thing to do. Now take a look at what the so-called good people are presenting to you, what they are saying, how they present, what to expect. As you can see, I only pull a segment of few videos from the same channel, and tell me which one of them is positive. Just look at the headlines. Just take a look at, do you see anything positive? It's almost everything is a scare tactic. Everything is falling apart, illegal activities, they want to take over us, they want to control stuff. If I could pass a message to any one of you, stay away from this type of messages because they do not serve you at all. This is self-perpetuating prophecy. If you are sucked into this kind of thinking, you are giving more energy to that, which is materializing even faster. You will see in the other part of the same video here, I am giving you I'm giving you a segment of a video from someone who I really do encourage you to see. These are a few headlines that I took out from YouTube to show you what people are searching for, what they are interested in, and what the creators are providing, making a lot of money out of that. Most of the stuff cannot be verified or it's incorrect. But then again, it's appealing to a lot of people because people are looking for suspense, thrillers, any violent stuff. So that is going to be the underlying theme for a while. Now, you do know that with the Afghanistan now, the gear switch, the COVID situation is already on the back burner. Now the front runner is Biden and his incompetence. Like no one knew that this is actually from the beginning that this is true. But anyway, he is a victim. He is a guy who has absolutely no say. He is maybe like a 50th person in line making decisions in US. He is not the top guy who is in charge of what is happening over there. He is just following the script. But at the same time, he's the boy who is getting spanked. So I hope you understand that. There is another one. She was carefully selected from those Democrats to be fit to handle all the stress, the pressure, the garbage that is heading for her all the time. And she needs to play the role the best she can. So from all the candidates, she's the best to do that. I want you to know that because people believe that she has some kind of role in running this country or making decisions. No, she's probably not even 100. And now it comes something like that. The people in the army are trying to kind of push the blame on the politics, even though no one asked them to be there in the first place. But this is to trigger emotional side of the people that, the soldiers are dying there and they are being there for protecting America. What the heck Afghanistan has to do with US? Nothing. The 9/11 was only excuse to open the door for more wars. Now that they are seemingly leaving Afghanistan, now they need to open door for something else. That's what this is all about. And I hope you understand this. And of course, the game is very intrigued because they have still ISIS. Okay, they are dealing with Kabul and Taliban, which Taliban, let's say, is working with US and they will honor whatever the US is going to tell them, which in my opinion, stay away from the Russians. The president, Putin is right. Don't tell other countries how to live their lives. That's not your job. Yet US is sticking nose where it doesn't belong. And it's coming to an end. And even though Taliban is very nice right now, this is gonna turn very ugly because there is ISIS that they need to deal with. And if you remember Tony Blair and ISIS situation, then you will understand why I am not going to talk more about that. Now, the strange thing is about this, but please do remember this thing, because that is going to be important in a couple of months, maybe 2-3 years. That account that was shut down, the UK, it is kind of interesting. Now let's take a look at the two crusaders. Russell is a spoiled boy that he didn't have time to grow up yet. He thinks that he's doing a good job with He's analyzing what's happening in the world, having interviews with people that, in his opinion, are very important and they make change in the world. Now, let's take a look at Snowden. Snowden is an agent, and he still is. It is most likely he's working still for counterintelligence, and he does what he does because that's his job. You need to understand that there needs to be a balance. The people that are working in the agencies, the spying agencies, the special services, they know that things can move into very dangerous fields where there need to be some form of balancing act. And Snowden is that balancing act. He will be provided with all the information, whatever is needed when things are going to go out of hand, just to kind of bring everything in line and keep in check, because this world can very easily go deep end and just self-destruct. So that's his job. But I want you to understand, listen to the messages that you see here. It's all about ploy, about spying, about... He never said anything positive with those devices or technology. You need to understand that behind all this is not the government, is the corporation that is already keeping the government as just one of many assets for them. They can use government to allow certain things to happen, for certain laws to be passed. But the guys behind all this are the guys which are designing all the apps. They are, making all the coding and designing all the software. They are the one which are breaking all the rules. However, this is so intricately entangled in such a way that it's always pointing to the government, because they need to blame someone. And you can see that this is nothing new. He's constantly talking about conspiracies. Russell is deeply into that, and at some point is going to consume him, because people that started like that, you remember Alex Jones, then he's going to end up the same way. He's going to see everything that is happening as a massive conspiracy, even though it may not be. That would be enough of the negative stuff. Let's talk about the positive stuff. I'm going to play you a short clip from Max, and then I will talk some more. Okay, so see you in a bit.
Every day you're having this conversation, and it's an energetic mirror, and it will mirror back to you the emotional state that you're in. People who are in fear of being pulled up by the police very often get pulled up by the police. People who are always stressed out about being short of money always end up in a position where they have no money, because it's a mirror. The universe will give you back the emotional energy that you're putting into it. This is one of the reasons I like to keep people in so much fear and tension and turmoil, and what the chaos is all about, because if people are in that emotional state, then that is what reality is going to mirror back to them, so their lives are going to stay chaotic. But you can reprogram yourself. You can reprogram the way you think, and a big part of it is understanding and realizing that this conversation is actually going on all the time.
Before I will see you, I want you to see one more clip. Our ancient brothers, Aztecs and Mayans, they understood very well that human psyche can be very easily manipulated. They understood how important ceremonies, rituals were to the human well-being. I took you from visiting the sun with Ben all the way to the negative stuff and finally to the laughter of the child. Now, looking at this, watching this, ask yourself a question. Which section of the video made you feel much better than the other? Of course, it's the laughter of the child. It makes you want to be with them, be silly, do stupid things, because it makes you forget all the troubles outside. And I know it's not that easy, because when you are going to watch the video from Max, just reflect. It's very short, it's only 4 minutes. What you are getting into, what thoughts or what messages or information you are bringing into your life. You may say, yeah, I know, but there are wolves outside my window, things are going worse, and see, that's not gonna help. I know, I was in that position. I was fighting with my teachers too. I was saying, no, because there is a problem, the government, the corporation, the mafia, and so on. I say, are they in your house right now? No. They are outside, they are up there, they are just part of the fabric, they are part of the background. You don't need to interact with them. Bring to your life what you need. And through this small section, taking you an understanding that sun, even though Ben claims that the climate is not our fault or our doing, but it is. It is our moments where we get comfortable, we stop doing things, and we think that everything is going to be always on the same level, and then things starts to decline. In nature, you know that there are seasons. They are there for a reason, to ensure that there is the flow. So the same thing with our lives. When we think that we have no impact on the sun, we do, because at some point we stop focusing on the stuff that is important, and we got so comfortable and so accustomed to those things to be the way they are, and we are very dependent on everything. Like, look around you right now. You are dependent on gadgets, and you are just hopeless. The only thing we need to do right now is just turn off the electricity. And I made a video not long ago about just to make the test, and I doubt anybody did that, because I remember how hard it was for me to do that, knowing that there is a running water and was not. In a few years you will see how important to do that silly, stupid test to do, how much you will find out about yourself. The same thing here. You don't have to do that. Through my videos, I am not trying to make you do things for me to make me happy or to please me. Don't. That would be the worst thing to do. What I want you to do, what I want you to take away from those videos, the number one thing is think for yourself. Number two, be careful what you are thinking about. You already know, because we since 1990, since 1980, somewhere down there, we already were passing messages to make you aware what is about to happen. It was, I believe, in the book Saved by the Light by Daniel Brinkley, where he already mentioned that you should not focus on the rest of the world, you should start focusing and working together as a group on a local level. That was the main, very important message, but everybody dismissed that. Instead, the outsourcing went through the roof. There was China, there was South America and other countries, China and Thailand, and was not. That was not necessary. Now those people are suffering too, because they were offered a quick money, the view into the being very rich, and now everything is falling apart. So imagine they lost farms, they lost a lot, and now all the factories, they are closing one by one, and not only over there, they are going to be closing here as well. And still, it's very few people that are actually trying to take any steps. There was in the past, in 80s, I believe, or maybe in 90s, a project called Project Venus. Please research that and see what this is all about. I am again not trying to engage you to push you towards a specific system. Just look at what was working for those people. What is actually the Peter from Zeitgeist movement proposing with his trying to communicate to people. It is not about the names of being commie or being Marxist or anything else. It is to look at the stuff that is actually working for you, the stuff that you can use right now as a group to be better prepared to face the challenges, because there are going to be massive challenges. Number one is food. You are going to be starving to death. Those are the things that people cared the least, was the air, the water, and the food, and that is going to be taken away from you. Then the biggest struggles were with money. Money is going to be taken away from everybody, not only from you, but from every billionaire, everyone. So overnight, no money, zero, finish, complete. And then in that situation, there's going to be a problem, because people were going to, when you are hungry, you don't care, you're going to start killing each other. You don't want to come to that point, but that is going to be something I am going to be addressing at some other time, because I don't, those videos are not for people that are preppers, that are trying to survive at any cost. They do a good job collecting the stuff and keeping the stuff, because at some point other people are going to use that. But the mindset that you are trying to protect yourself against the other guy is usually going to backfire. So only the things that are going to work for you is in a group. And when you need to look at what you are saying, how you are saying, what are the messages that you are attracting to, what news you are watching, how you are talking to others, to your neighbors, to your children, to all your associates, because out of that is going to develop a group of like-minded people that eventually is going to be given opportunity or chance to do something with that. So thank you for this, for watching this video today. And if you are here watching this for the first time, please do subscribe if you like this content, and please like the video. Make sure you check the notification bell so you will be notified as new videos are coming. I am intensely working on my book, as I already mentioned, and I hope it's going to be soon. It's going to take a few months before it's going to be professionally edited, because this time, not like last time I did that everything on my own, this time it's going to be professional editor, professional design, and everything is going to be with all the fixings. Alright, so thank you for today, and see you in the next video.